Good evening, Goffstown, and welcome to another night at the Grizzly Den, where the Lady Grizzlies will be taking on the Portsmouth Clippers. I'm Bob Bartolucci here with my esteemed colleague, Mr. Rob Foreman.
Hi, Bob. Welcome back.
Yeah, I know. It seems like it's been a while.
It has.
Spacing between the games has been kind of unreal lately.
I
But this Clippers team, as I told you, I'm fearful. They're big.
Yeah, they're big. I think it's probably the best opponent we've seen since opening night. We saw BG, but they have some size. They are coming in 11-1, and they have beat Bedford. So they're a team in the hunt, and they look hungry tonight.
Yes, this is going to be no gimme. So this should be very exciting basketball tonight.
Yeah. So the last time we were on the road at Nashua South.
Correct.
So we were both there. What'd you think? What you saw that night?
I thought we played Grizzly basketball as
Yeah.
we should have. We were fairly dominant, and the Grizzlies did put it together. Tonight we're going to be doing a couple things a little different, boys and girls out there. Al Halpern is going to be on the mic, and he will be doing the starting lineup, so you hear it straight from Al. The oldest man in the history of this town. He's only been around forever. How you doing there, Al?
Good. I'm ready to go.
You're all ready to go.
Should be a great game tonight.
That's
We've
good.
really turned it up a notch for you viewers at home.
Yeah, that's right. We're doing everything for you. We got graphics going on too.
Yeah.
And we got an historic night tonight. And
We
why
do.
don't you tell everyone?
Yeah, so we're 14 away
14
for Ava,
points.
14 points for Ava Winterburn to get 1,000, which is an incredible accomplishment. We'll talk all through the broadcasts about it, keep you updated. But the last one to do was Kelly Walsh, who was another outstanding player here.
Yep.
So a big night. We hope we can get her to 14 and we can all cheer.
That's true. And they will
we're
stop
gonna
the
go
game
live.
for a presentation.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Goffstown High School for tonight's NHIAA Division I basketball game between the Clippers of Portsmouth High School and the Grizzlies of Goffstown High School. We ask for your cooperation at this NHIAA event and showing your respect for the athletes, coaches, and officials to make this game a meaningful one for all of those involved. And now, let's meet tonight's starting lineups. First, for Portsmouth High School, at forward, a 6'1" junior, number 34, Maddie McCannell. At forward, a 5'10" senior, number 11, Savannah Emery. At forward, a 5'10" junior, number 24, Avery Romps. At forward, a 5'10" junior, number 15, Margaret Montpleasure. And at guard, a 5'8" senior, number 4, Bella Slover. The coach of the Clippers is Tim Hopley. Assistant coaches are Tom McCormick, Ann Hackey, and Lynn Thomas. And now, here is the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. At forward, a 6'1" senior, number 12, Ava Winterburn. At guard, a 5'9" junior, number 14, Meredith Winterburn. At guard, a 5'9" senior, number 21, Ava Vaughn. At guard, a 5'9" junior, number 1, Maggie Sasso. And at guard, a 5'5" senior, number 3, Ava Ruggiero. The coach of the Grizzlies is Steve Largy. Assistant coaches are Nate Bracey and Cassidy LaLamere. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and remove your hats as we honor America, our servicemen and women serving all over the globe, and all of our veterans with the playing of our national anthem.
Welcome back, Grizzly fans. And here we are in the Grizzly Den. And we're back for some exciting action. And so, Rob, what are we going to be looking to do against this enormous team?
Yeah, I think this is two of the best teams in the state in Division One. Both have a game plan. We'll see who can stick to the game plan, stay out of foul trouble, and work the ball on offense. Really good defense, transition. That's what the Grizzlies can bring. We haven't seen Portsmouth, but we know they're tough.
Yeah.
I think you feel a little extra energy in here tonight, a little bigger crowd, a lot of Winterburn family members here tonight. And this is a team that's only got one loss.
That's true. So it should be an interesting game, and the Grizzlies are going to have to be on point tonight and spread that scoring out. You don't want to just concentrate on feeding Ava. She'll hit her 14. Just let it happen naturally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we go with the tip-off. And it went from Meredith to Ava, and Ava sinks the 3. So she's now 11 away.
That's a good start.
That's true.
I got our little tally here so we can keep track.
Slavers comes out for the Clippers. And it'll take me a minute to get orientated to their games. And the Clippers come back with Romps hitting a 3 from the outside wing.
And Romps has been their leading scorer this year.
Sasso bringing it out over to Winterburn. Ava back to Maggie. Sasso over to Vaughn. Vaughn thought about the 3. Over to Meredith. Winterburn over to Maggie. Maggie's trying to drive it in, surrounded by 3 Clippers. So Emery got it out, back to Romps. Romp works her way in. She's out under the paint, but kicks it out to number 4, Slaver, who just missed on the 3. Vaughn gets the rebound and works it down. Vaughn out to Ruggiero. Ruggiero goes for a 3 out at the point. Emery under there to clean up the rebound. So Slaver's bringing it down for the Clippers. And you can see this is going end to end. I don't think anybody's going to really dominate that much in the paint.
Absolutely.
Both these teams are big, so
yeah, very athletic, both sides.
That's true, and it's already a fast-paced game here.
Yes.
Emery underneath, going over to Combs, puts it up, and gets the layup. So it's early jump out for Clippers for Portsmouth 5-3. Maggie Sasso brings it in, slows it down a little bit for the Grizzlies. Vaughn sets a pick over to Ava Winterburn, back to Ruggiero. Ruggiero's looking to dart in. Kicks it out to Ava Winterburn, over to Maggie Sasso. Sasso tries to drive in, again around 2 Clippers, and she put it in. That's good to see Maggie driving. So
yeah, especially after the last one where she got it blocked, some bigger people in there, but she took it right to him that time.
That's right. Slaver on the outside. Kicks it out to McCannell. Over to Mount Pleasure.
Yes.
Ava Ruggiero. Ooh, Ruggiero looked up like
she
the
looked.
3. Yeah. Meredith Winterburn. Over to Vaughn. Back to Ruggiero. Ruggiero holds up. Ava set the pick, and Ruggiero threw a 3. That was a nice basket. It was a good play.
Yeah,
Winterburn
everything
setting up.
just paused for a second. Ruggiero looked at Largy, called the play, and obviously it was a design play.
That's right. That was a nice pick by Ava Winterburn. Now over to Ava Vaughn. Vaughn works it into Ruggiero on top. Ruggiero's going to shoot another 3.
Yes,
just missed that. Picked up by McConnell. Over to Romps, and underneath the basket for Emery, and it looks like she drew a foul. Who's that against? Vaughn? Nope, Maggie.
14, no.
Oh, 14. It's Meredith Winterburn.
Yeah, we got a chance to breathe. That was a quick couple minutes there. Intense. And, what I noticed right away is that Portsmouth plays very similar to us. They're up and down the floor, aggressive and good ball movement. So we're going to be in a little bit of a track meet here.
And it looks like they have that long pick, too.
Yes.
Where they're getting players squirting out that they can send down the court for sort of breakaway passes here.
Yep.
And there you got Maggie Sasso working it back in. And she goes to the top and lines up for a 3, but I think her hand was
good
bumped.
tip by Meredith.
Vaughn was right underneath. Yeah. Put it up and just missed putting that in. It would have been a nice layup. So this is out for Romps, and she's out at 3-point land. Oh,
A turnover.
tried to make a pass. I think that went off Ava or Meredith or Ava Vaughn. Who was that had tipped it?
Yeah.
Oh, it couldn't have been a tip off us because we're kicking it in.
It looks like they fumbled it.
Yep. So Maggie's got the ball. Maggie Sasso. Ooh, nice pick by Ava Vaughn. Sasso around 3. Meredith Winterburn tries to shoot a 3. Nothing doing there. So you got Mount Pleasure coming in. She goes all the way in for the layup.
Great.
And
Whoa.
0 for the blocking foul.
Wow.
Wow.
I'd love to see that replay because
We might see
unless
that.
she turned her body, that she was in there plenty of time.
Well, like you said, Ruggiero is famous for just taking those blocks
Yeah.
and drawing fouls that way. And
Yeah, she was
it
lined
looked
up
like
for
her
it.
typical one.
Yeah.
So here we go for Mount Pleasure shooting. So now it's 8-8. Maggie Sasso is bringing it down the court for your Grizzlies. Ooh, she just kind of lost it there. Mount Pleasure's got it. Ooh, and a three-pointer going for Romps. Ava Vaughn out to Ava Ruggiero, over to Maggie Sasso. Sasso's going to go underneath. She kicks it out to Vaughn. Vaughn and her famous three-point
That's
shot.
right, from the corner.
Yeah, that's the corner. She loves that corner.
She does.
She hits them quite often from
And
there.
that's what I'd like to see on offense. There was some penetration by Maggie to drive the ball and then kick it back out. You know, if you're just looking for a set three-pointer, this team's too big to get the ball over.
Correct. And the good thing with Maggie driving in, she drew 3 clippers
She did.
to her.
Yep, you're right.
Which left Vaughn open to take that 3, so that was nice. Okay, so Lombardi's going to hit this in for the Clippers. Throws it out to Romps. Romp. Ooh.
Oh, steal by Winterburn.
Yep. Lombardi was looking the other way, hit her in the back. Meredith Winterburn steals it to Ruggiero underneath. Ruggiero throws one up. Went off the backboard and just wide. Clippers, Mount Pleasure picks it up, sends it into Lombardi. Lombardi over to Romps. Steal by Ava Winterburn. Ava's working her way down the court with 2 Clippers on her. She gets her own rebound again,
Yes,
and then she sunk that one. Love to keep a stat on how many times Ava scores on her own rebounds like
Agreed.
that.
So we're down to 10, 9, right?
Yep. Caroline Foreman's going to come into the game. It looks like Penny Ennis is also going to work her way in. It's 2 more of the bigs for the Grizzlies. And right there, you just got McConnell, just got another basket down low for the Clippers, 13-10. Maggie to Ava. Ava has the ball now. Ava Winterburn over to her sister Meredith. Meredith works her way to the top of the key. Over to Ruggiero, who's going to slow this whole thing down, which I like. Meredith Winterburn has it. Tried to drive in, kicks it out to Vaughn in her famous
corner.
three-point area. Just off.
Yeah. Big Grizzly ball. Yeah, you know, for the first time this year, I'm looking at some of our players. They're really winded. I mean, this has been an intense 6 minutes here.
Both sides are very winded, so
Absolutely.
it just goes to show the bench is going to be very important. Making quick changes is going to be important.
That's right.
So Steve Largy's got a very key job tonight.
She got her
Winterburn
rebound
threw one
again.
up and got her own rebound. Somehow went all the way to the other side of the court, got her own rebound. So we're down to 7 points away from 1,000 for Ava Winterburn. So Slaver went out. Okay.
Good ball movement by Portsmouth.
Yep. Mount Pleasure put it up. You got the layup there. 15-12. Maggie Sasso's working it back down for Goffstown. Over to Ruggiero. Ruggiero's looking around, slows it down. Over to Winterburn. She draws 3. Over to Sasso. Sasso draws 3. Caroline put a 3-pointer up off the rim. Almost went in. Oh, a nice layup. A long, kind of a breakaway. That's Goffstown. We've seen that all season long from the Grizzlies, and that was Romp who put that up. Maggie Sasso over to Ava Winterburn. Winterburn works around 3 Clippers, puts up rolled around the rim and came out. Was picked up by McCannell. Over to Slaver. Kicks it out to Romp. Romp back into McConnell. Back out to Slaver. Puts up a 3. But McConnell got the rebound. And
Winterburn
Ava,
with the rebound.
Winterburn gets the
swatting in
rebound.
there.
What? The
Good
rebound
block
was
by
again
Winterburn.
picked up by Portsmouth.
And here
Now
she goes.
kicks the
Oh.
rebound. Oh. Led Penny Annis a little too much.
We got some subs coming in here. Like I said, you can't appreciate this at home, I'm sure, but these teams are winded. They're working
exhausted.
hard. Yeah.
So-
It's been 8 minutes of fury.
Very intense, yeah. Ava Winterburn came out and they put Meredith back in. So that'll stop the point clock
Temporarily.
counter
Yeah.
temporarily. So we got Cody now for the Clippers. Out to Slaver. Over to Lombardi. Lombardi looked like a travel, but they're going to let that one go. And it was put up by Emery and just wide. Meredith Winterburn came down with the rebound. Only 3 seconds left. Over to Maggie, who's going to take a long 3. Oh, and she just almost got that. That would have been nice.
This is a good look.
So that was a very intense, very
Yeah.
fast first quarter. And I don't know, I didn't have a stopwatch on it, but that was probably close to 8 minutes
Yeah.
that ran through. Normally
That
those
was
are lasting
quick.
longer.
That was quick. Both teams are going to make a little adjustment here. But I'll tell you what, it was intense. The scorers were scoring. You know, Winterburn, romps for them. They've been their go-to people all year. It's a fun game to watch.
It is a fun game to watch, and it's end to end. I mean,
Absolutely.
it's like I think rebounds have been pretty even. We've been talking about it all season.
Yeah.
How when Goffstown really dominates, it's usually they're dominating in the paint.
Yes.
You know, with those rebounds and stuff. And tonight, it's I would say it's pretty well dead even. I
It
mean, we
is.
don't have a stat to keep track of that, but
And Portsmouth, you know, a page out of our playbook is, you know, send somebody quickly on the rebound and let's run and throw that long pass. And they had a couple of those. So I'm sure they're going to tighten that up. And I think they're going to take it away from us. I don't think we're going to get a lot of breakaways like we normally have. So going to be tight and buckle up. Here
I
we
mean,
go.
this is a 1-point game, and
Yeah.
it has been intense. It's almost got a playoff
I was
feel.
going to
doesn't
say
it?
the same thing. Yeah.
Yeah, see, I said it first, though.
Yeah. Well, you read my notes. That's why.
Oh, that's it. I'm cheating, as always.
You know why we got a second? We want to thank the GTV crew. I mean, they put up with us, first of all. But, you know, we have a vision.
And our demands.
Yeah. There's some graphics that we got for our post-game stuff tonight. But Dave, Jen, Aiden have done a great job. We have a fill-in tonight on one of the camera crew. Jason Foreman is running the camera on the Portsmouth baseline. So
This is turning into a family affair.
I know
for the
we're voting.
Foremans,
We're
huh?
voting you out.
Yeah,
but,
that's it.
Thanks to all of them for providing this for us tonight.
So you got Penny Annis, who kicked it out to Maggie Sasso, over to Meredith Winterburn, who takes a 3 and hits it, and that was nice. So now the Clippers are working that out, and Lombardi over to Slaver. That's out back out to Lombardi. Lombardi tries to work it in to Emery. Emery over to Cody. And that went back to, who's that? Lombardi took a 3. So they're matching 3 for 3 here. Ruggiero now has got the ball for the Grizzlies. Tries to work it in. It went off her foot. Ooh, she somehow saved that.
Wow.
That was close to a travel,
It
but
was,
she kept
yeah.
that foot still. It's amazing acrobatics. I could have did that, but I would have needed an ambulance and a crane.
We're going to have to cancel the game.
Yeah, that's true. Maggie Sasso. Oh, 5 seconds. So here we go. We're going to have the Clippers ball. Lombardi's going to bring this in to Slaver. Kicks it out to Emery. Emery over to McCannell. Oh, and
Double
she looked
dribble,
like she-
yeah.
Oh, double dribbled. I wasn't sure if that was a travel.
It could have been called either, actually.
Ava Vaughn's coming back in for Ruggiero.
Yeah. You'd like to see the Grizzly on this trip look to drive to the basket, move the Portsmouth defense around a little bit.
So Vaughn inbounds this for Maggie. Maggie Sasso coming down the court for the Grizzlies. She's working around the Meredith Winterburn. Thought about taking another 3, and Penny Annis does. And just off the rim,
short.
Penny
Fights for a
went in,
rebound.
got her own rebound. That was good. Ava Vaughn. Ooh,
Yep, she's
she goes
out.
down in a heap.
Yeah, she landed on the line, out of bounds.
Yeah, so that'll be Clippers ball. And Lombardi's going to inbound this for the Clippers over to Slava. Slava works it into Cody. Cody put it up, and gets a layup. So Meredith Winterburn's going to work this back into Maggie Sasso. Maggie kicks it around to Vaughn. Vaughn back to Penny Ennis. Over to Meredith Winterburn. Back out to Caroline Foreman into Maggie Sasso underneath in the paint.
And she got fouled.
So foul on Slaver. That's her first, I think. Right?
It's the team's first. That's their first.
That's
yeah.
the first.
The Grizzlies
How many
have
we
two,
got?
and
We
they
have
have
two?
one.
Yeah,
So
I know.
a pretty clean game when you
Yeah.
think about it.
For the intensity.
It really
It's
is.
unbelievable.
Two good teams playing.
So you got Vaughn now. Going to throw this into Meredith Winterburn. Over to Maggie Sasso to Vaughn on the other point. Ooh, almost hit another
Almost,
three.
yeah. She likes that spot.
So Mount Pleasure's got the ball. She's going to work it down into Emery. Emery tries to connect it underneath in the paint to McConnell. Back to Mount Pleasure. And out again to Lombardi, who tried a three and missed. But, ooh, Clippers are dominating a little bit there with a couple of rebounds in a row.
Grizzlies having a tough time getting those defensive rebounds.
Got the two Winterburn sisters underneath in the paint. And that was Lombardi, took a three, went off the rim. Ava sent it into Meredith, who hits Vaughn out on the wing. Vaughn backs out. Maggie's going to go for three.
Oh, good
That's
look.
just off the rim.
Winterburn with the rebound.
And she's fighting for that. Portsmouth ball. So it's a jump ball, though.
Yep.
So we'll get possession back. So Romp has it here. She's working out with Mount Pleasure to come in. So Romp, Winterburn keeping her to the outside. Neither of these teams are afraid to shoot threes,
No,
Rob. And they're,
absolutely.
very little. Okay, that was Mount Pleasure went in and hit a layup there to just make me look like a fool. But they're both shooting threes, and really everything has been really close or in. So Meredith Winterburn kicks it out to Vaughn in her, we'll call it Vaughn's corner.
The sweet spot.
Yeah, that's her little sweet spot. And that just went off the rim. So now you got Cody working it in for the Clippers. Kicks it out to Lombardi. Or no, that's Emery. Emery has it, works it around the paint. Vaughn comes down to rebound to Meredith Winterburn. Again, end to end, Rob. This is going back and forth.
I mean, the whistle's not really even blowing stoppage of play. It's just constant movement.
Maggie Sasso to Vaughn to Meredith Winterburn. Meredith's going to work it in underneath. Oh, it looked like she was fouled. But
yeah, I thought so too.
They're not calling that.
Ruggiero checking in for Foreman.
It's going to be Grizzlies ball. So Ruggiero's going to hit this, throw this in here. It's 18-21 Clippers now. Over to Meredith Winterburn. Over to Vaughn. Again, it's very hard for either team to get any penetration underneath. I mean, it's the product of both teams being big and athletic.
Absolutely.
There's no room underneath.
Not much space there.
So,
good play.
So that's a foul. McConnell drove to the basket and drew Meredith Winterburn for her second of the night. It's only the 13th foul.
Yeah.
But we're already halfway through the second quarter. We're almost at halftime here.
Hopefully we stay out of foul trouble then.
Well, we should be all right. We only got Meredith with 2. There's only 3 on the team, but
yeah.
The Clippers have some good shooters.
They really do.
So they're doing a good job. As I said, that McConnell missed both her free throws. So Ava Vaughn's coming in out to Meredith Winterburn. Over to Ava Winterburn, who's going to drive around
and
3 Clippers, and she got a basket and 1. So that's down to 5. So Ava Winterburn is 5 away from 1,000, 995. Caroline Foreman's working her way back in the game. And like we're going to see some quick changes. We have to. I mean, these girls will drop if they keep up.
Otherwise, it's going to be a long second half.
Right.
I hope we got some oxygen, too. I feel like I'm out of breath.
So Ava did make that a 3. So she's down to 3 points, 996. 4 points, right. Romp.
Yeah. She got 3 down before. Yeah.
Yep. Romp has the ball. Okay, so that was a turnover.
Caroline
Foreman picked it up to
there,
Vaughn to Ruggiero. Ruggiero's kind of scoping things out down in the corner. Kicks it over to Vaughn's corner, where Vaughn is. Over to Maggie Sasso, who works her way in.
Oh, good fight by
Again,
Winterburn.
Winterburn went in there, got the rebound.
You know, if you notice the last couple of times, they've had trouble getting it to Ava to start with. But what she's done is figure out, how can I get the ball? That might be a offensive rebound, and there she is, right?
That's right.
I'll score from the line. I'll score from 3. I'll score from that 8 to 10 feet.
Oh, here she is going to the line. And she hits one, so she's now down to 3. Ava takes the shot, and we're one basket away from Ava Winterburn kind of making history here.
Yeah.
For 1,000 points for her career. Well deserved. So you have Mount Pleasure here. Over to Lombardi, who takes a long 3. Ruggiero comes down with the rebound. Feeds Maggie Sasso over to Ava. Ava's going to go in for the layup, and just off the rim. Ruggiero gets the rebound, though, the smallest one out there.
Yeah.
Kicks it out to Vaughn, who takes a long 3. Lombardi got that rebound, and now Slaver's working it down for the Clippers. Oh, I thought she was going to go for it herself. She actually probably should have. Yeah. But she kicked that out to Cody, who missed. Ava Winterburn threw one out to Caroline Foreman. It went off sort of more off the back of her hand. Lombardi to Slaver. Slaver goes underneath. Oh, Sasso with her. I think that's her second, right?
Not first. She's got 1, Ruggiero 1, and 2 for Winterburn.
Oh, that's right. Ruggiero for the block.
Yeah.
That's right. Okay,
Which we think might have been a charge.
Right, yeah. So that's Slaver here taking a shot. She's the senior. Starter. Now you got Maddie McConnell working her way back in. And she'll replace Cody, the other senior here in the team.
You know, the other thing, we're 2.5 minutes from halftime, and neither team's taking a timeout.
That's true, yeah. There haven't been even that many whistles, really.
No, exactly.
So Ava Winterburn has the ball now to Sasso. Sasso's scoping things out over to Ruggiero. Ruggiero stops, pauses, kicks it out to Sasso in Vaughn's corner. Where's Vaughn?
Yeah.
Maggie has the ball. Oh, nice steal by Margaret Montpleasure.
Oh, there's the charge.
That's a charge.
Yes.
And that was Ruggiero.
She sold that one.
Yeah, she did drive. She drew it that time. That was as much a charge as the last one was.
I don't know that there was much difference, to be honest with you.
But good for Ruggiero. Yeah. Girl's like a little pit bull, I'll tell you. Anyway, Ruggiero out to Sasso to Winterburn. Back to Ruggiero. Ruggiero looks around, back to Winterburn. Winterburn's trying to get a layup. Just off the rim. McConnell came up with the rebound and throws it out to Mount Pleasure. Mount Pleasure scoping things out. Goes to the top of the key. Tries to fire a 3, and that almost went in. Caroline Foreman came down with the rebound. Tried to inbound it. Was blocked by Romp. So that'll still be Grizzlies' possession. Grizzly ball. Meredith Winterburn comes in for Maggie Sasso. So you got both Winterburns, Ava Ruggiero, Vaughn's back out there, and Caroline Foreman. So Ruggiero's working her way in. Over to Winterburn's side, hands it off to Ava Winterburn over to Caroline Foreman. Caroline looks like she was going to drive in over to Vaughn's corner, where Vaughn is. Ava Vaughn throws it out to Meredith Winterburn out on the top of the key. Over to Vaughn. Vaughn inside, tipped off Ava Winterburn to Ruggiero, back to Winterburn, who turns around, takes a reverse.
The crowd moaned on that one.
Because that was going to be it.
Yeah, that was a good move.
We're down to just about a minute left in the half. Slaver kicks it out to Lombardi. Lombardi out to Mount Pleasure. Inside underneath the McConnell. Oh, it's going to be a foul on Ava Winterburn. That's 5 fouls now for the Grizzlies. Only 1 on Ava.
21. They gave that to Vaughn.
Oh, they gave it to Vaughn. Okay.
All right, well, we'll take it.
Okay, so Lombardi's going to inbound this for the Clippers. Again, these are both 2 very big, determined teams, and there's not a lot of room in the paint.
No, absolutely.
So Mount Pleasure here sends it over to Romp. Romp comes out, Takes a long shot, missed everything, so this will be Grizzlies ball. Okay, so Ruggiero's going to inbound this for the Grizzlies. And over to Meredith Winterburn.
I'd like to see a set play. Let's get Winterburn 1,000 going to the
Yep,
locker room.
let's do it at halftime here. It's the
Take
best
the
time to
pressure
do
off.
it. Ruggiero has the ball. Ava Winterburn set the pick. Ruggiero's bringing it all the way in herself, tries to take the layup. Meredith Winterburn out to Foreman.
There it is.
Here it is, Ava Winterburn taking a three. Oh, just off the rim. Meredith over to Ava Ruggiero to Meredith Winterburn, who takes a three. Oh, just off the rim then.
All right.
Okay, that went to the Clippers. Slaver has the ball. We're down to 16 seconds left. Lombardi takes a three. That's off the rim. Again, the Clippers, though, get the rebound, and it was Romp who put that up underneath. 5 seconds left. Ava Ruggiero going to take a long three, and that just hit the lights.
He's going to add some time on the clock. 0.6 on the clock.
Okay, so they're going to add time on the clock, 0.6 seconds, where the Clippers will get a chance to inbound this. It's probably nothing going to happen here. 23-24, the Clippers are ahead, but the Clippers might have a chance to get a shot off, but they're not going to have much time.
Working on the clock here.
Yep. So you're going to have, well, obviously this has got to be a set play, so Mount Pleasure is going to try to inbound this, and she's going to be looking for
Here we go, 0.6.
Slaver or Lombardi or McConnell underneath, but you almost immediately got to throw it up.
Got to be a catch and shoot really quick.
I mean, yeah, really quick. I don't think anything's going to happen here, and it went out. Okay.
All right. Take a breath, Bob. Wow.
Wasn't easy.
Two really, really good teams. Fun to watch, athletic, love to shoot, love to play, the game the right way.
Yeah, it was very intense, and I mean, no real bad fouls. Nope. I mean, just kind of happenstance type fouls, coincidence. There was a charge, there was a block. So it's 2 of the 9. I mean, the Grizzlies only have 5 fouls. Clippers only got 4. And as we commented, I didn't count the whistles, but there weren't that many.
We're not a lot at all. What I like to do at halftime, set up a play right out of the huddle in the halftime. Let's get Ava that easy basket, put the 1,000 up on the board, because you can start to feel the pressure now. Her teammates want her to get it. The bench is standing up. The fans are moaning.
Yeah.
So, if you can, you want to get this out of the way and then finish the game strong.
Yeah, and focus on finishing the game. And this is a one-point game, and this is really good, exciting basketball. Yep. And we got more Grizzly games coming up down the road. I encourage the Grizzly fans to look. When's our next home game?
Yeah, we're home. The next one is senior night next week, the 15th.
Next week, the 15th, the day after Valentine's Day. Everybody should come out and watch the Grizzlies play.
Yep. If you can't be here, we're going to give Al a headset so you'll hear the script about senior night.
Correct.
So tune in if you can't make it and cheer on these Grizzlies.
Okay, and we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back for second half action live from the Grizzly Den.
You're watching Grizzly Basketball.
Good evening, Goffstown, and welcome back to the Grizzly Den, where we're live here in the gym at Goffstown High School. Bob Bartolucci, Rob Foreman, and what a half of basketball.
Yeah, great half, quick paced, no timeouts. Both teams playing really hard. We're 2 points away from a milestone. We hope to get it real quick and then get back to the game.
That's right. So The milestone, of course, is Ava Winterburn scoring 1,000 for her career. So she needs 2 points or 1 basket, or if she gets draws a foul, she'll have to make them both. And anyway, so Grizzlies are going to inbound this, and you have 2 very evenly matched teams, Rob. That was a very intense first half.
It really was.
So you got Sasso working it down for the Grizzlies. And she's going to take a long 2, and she hit it. That was a nice one. She just worked in, and the Clippers backed off. So Slaver's got the ball. And she throws it out to Romp. Romp's now working her way around the key over to Emery. Emery goes up underneath and hits a layup. So Meredith Winterburn hits it over to Ava Ruggiero. Ruggiero, Slaver all over her. Ruggiero drops it off to Maggie Sasso. Over to Ava Vaughn. Top of the key, over to Ruggiero. Ruggiero looks around. She's double teamed, but Ava Winterburn does a good job doing a pick for her. Vaughn tries to work it in, backs out. Ava Winterburn up top. She does a little spin move. Oh, just off. You can hear the
double
crowd.
Bounce, yeah.
Yep. Crowd moans. Emery got the ball. Slaver works it in. And underneath to McConnell, who got her own rebound. And she got her own rebound again, but Winterburn blocked it. Winterburn over to Sasso. Over to Ruggiero. Goes underneath, and she draws the foul on Romp. Underneath.
And that's really the first fast break we saw from the Grizzlies tonight, where they got in transition. So hopefully we can see a few more of those.
So Ruggiero's on the line here for 2. And she sinked the first one nice. That evens up the score at 26. And the Grizzlies went to the locker room ahead by 1. And now it's going to be tied 26 up. So Slaver's working her way down for the Clippers. Ruggiero's on her, keeping her to the outside. McCann tries to put a pick. Ruggiero's all over Slaver. Over to Emery. Emery takes a long 2. And
friendly roll.
Yeah, it was a friendly roll at the back rim. Maggie Sasso works it down for the Grizzlies. Sasso kind of looks. Winterburn set a pick.
I'd like to see Ava roll on that.
So we got Mount Pleasure coming down. Hits it over to Emery. Emery's going to work it in under the paint. Meredith Winterburn kind of denies her. Slaver out to the key. A long 3 by Romp, and she hit that. 31-26 Clippers. Maggie Sasso looks around over to Ava Ruggiero.
10 points.
Yep. Over to Ava Winterburn. Winterburn underneath.
Good look.
Yeah. She drew 3, left her sister wide open in the paint.
Absolutely.
Drops it down to Meredith. That's what we were talking about before, with Ava doing a good job of working with her teammates and knowing where her fellow teammates are. So McConnell's got the ball. Maggie intercepted it.
Quick timeout by Largy on that. Heads up. Yeah.
So that would have been a travel, I think.
Yeah.
Good hustle.
We're going to get a 30-second timeout by the Grizzlies. So, yeah, that last play, they triple-teamed Ava. She's able to find her sister down low. And I think that's going to be, the game plan moving forward is they're keying in on Ava, obviously.
Yep.
We don't want her to get 1,000 on us tonight.
Right.
So if Ava can find her open teammates, might get some easy buckets here.
Yeah, because they can't keep
No.
Gardner
No.
triple teaming or whatever. We got too many people who can put it in.
Plenty of threats in there.
Yeah, right.
The Grizzlies ball coming in after this timeout.
So 28-31, the Grizzlies are down 3. And you can see the crowd is just waiting to cheer. They're waiting for that.
Some celebration.
I think Ava's putting a little pressure on herself. No, she's got her whole family here. So Maggie Sasso inbounds it to Meredith Winterburn. Back to Sasso. Back to Winterburn. Meredith over to Ava Ruggiero. Kind of open things up. Ava Winterburn set a pick for Ava Vaughn. Vaughn goes in.
Yeah.
Tries to do a layup, but just hit the bottom of the rim. So you got Emery inbounds at the Mount Pleasure, but Winterburn's on her. Mount Pleasure has to go to the top of the key, over to Slaver. So the Clippers are slowing it down a little bit. Okay. And again, the Grizzlies are doing a good job keeping him to the outside.
Yeah.
Oh. I didn't see anything.
Foul on Vaughn. I think she's just giving her a little push underneath.
Okay, Ava Vondros. That's her first?
Second.
No matter what I guess, I'm wrong, huh? Anyway,
Very
so
close.
the Clippers will inbound this. Mount Pleasure got it. Over to McConnell. McConnell out to Mount Pleasure is going to go for a 3, and that was in and out. And Emery had the ball, but Meredith Winterburn was not going to let her take it away.
No, I'd like to see the Grizzlies really attack the boards here. We're giving up too many second chances.
We are giving up a lot of them, but Meredith Winterburn is blocking Mount Pleasure, who kicks it in. It leaves Emery wide open and hits him easy, too. So Meredith inbounds this to Maggie Sasso. And they got people all over Ava Winterburn, I'm noticing, underneath. Ruggiero to Winterburn, and right off the back of the rim, Ruggiero throws it up. Winterburn's underneath and fighting for possession against Romp.
It's going to be white ball. Oh, they call it on Ava.
Ava Winterburn. So that's her first, right?
Yes.
We thought the other one was on her, but it wasn't.
I really thought, if anything, it was a jump ball, but I thought David got pushed a little bit. So.
Yeah, they're being very aggressive on her. They're trying to draw her into foul. So Slaver got the ball for the Clippers. Ruggiero hit it away, but it still went to McConnell. Kicks it out to Mount Pleasure. Underneath, she goes in for the easy layup. They're starting to pull away a little bit here. The Grizzlies
are a little
getting a little
here.
flustered.
Yeah.
I might want to call a timeout here. Calm them down. Maggie, the floor generals, working it around to Ruggiero. Ruggiero underneath to Winterburn.
Yeah.
And that just went off the rim where McConnell got the rebound. Underneath to Romp. Over to Sasso. So Sasso's got the rebound. And she's going in for the layup. Mount Pleasure blocked her. Mount Pleasure. Meredith Winterburn's trying to block her and keep her to the outside to Slaver. Works around Maggie. Kicks it out to Lombardi. Takes the shot. Ruggiero did a good job of kicking that rebound over to Winterburn.
Here we go.
Here we go. All right. So Ava's going to go to the line. If she sinks them both.
Yeah. There's all the pressure of taking a regular shot, now trying to take a foul shot.
Well, I just hope this happens, Rob. I'm exhausted.
I am too.
I really think if they hit it, too, it's going to calm down the Grizzlies. There's one. So she's at 999. Caroline Foreman's coming in. Penny Annis is coming in for... And there it is.
That's it, folks.
So you got Ava Vaughn, who's done it. She hit her 1,000th point. So that's awesome. If we pan around the crowd, show the signs. And we're going to have a little short celebration here, a well-deserved one for Ava Winterburn as she gets her 1,000th career point here for the Goffstown Grizzlies.
A special moment for the team, for her family. Many a nights where they drive into games, to gyms all over the Northeast. Club basketball, high school, middle school. Congratulations to her.
Summer league.
Congratulations to her family. It's a great moment.
Yeah, no, this is an unbelievable accomplishment. Not too many people have done this. This is not a common occurrence.
Yeah.
Ava is the first Lady Grizzly to hit 1,000 points since Kelly Walsh did it. That was like 4 years ago.
Correct.
I know Kelly's been graduated 3 years ago, but she did it, I think,
and having a great career at Babson.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, the thing is I'm glad I've been here to see it all for Ava Winterburn. The thing is that she is not only a great basketball player, she is a terrific person.
She really
is a good girl.
She really is.
And this is, like I said, a well-deserved celebration for her family and teammates. Well-deserved accolades and accomplishment for her.
And I'll say hats off to Portsmouth. There was an arrangement before the game that Coach Largy said, if she gets 1,000, I'll take a timeout. The Portsmouth coach said, don't worry about the timeout. Take your time. Celebrate. That's important. So hats off to them. The sportsmanship, you can really feel it. So
That's true.
It's a class act by Portsmouth.
So that was a good job. So now, as far as the game goes,
Yeah, we got a great game.
Great game going on, but hopefully this will alleviate a little bit of pressure because
Yes.
I really think the Grizzlies were obviously, rightfully so,
Yeah. Well, it's
driving
on
really
everybody's
hard.
mind.
Yeah,
Everybody's
right.
mind.
I mean, we got a bigger than usual crowd
there's
here for the
50
girls' game.
posters in the
Yep,
stands.
and we got a bigger crowd here than
Yeah.
usual. They're all here for Ava, of course, to celebrate her, and this is a great accomplishment. So this is fantastic that she was able to do it. So now we're going to be inbounding this.
We're just at 3 minutes here in the third.
So Lombardi's going to inbound this for Slaver for the Clippers, 35-30. The Clippers are ahead. And Slaver now is working it to the outside. Ruggiero's all over her. Penny Annis. Maggie Sasso's also out there for blocking Mount Pleasure. Romp over to McConnell. Over to Lombardi. Lombardi tries to drive it in. She kicks it back out to Mount Pleasure. Over to Slaver. And that's outside to Lombardi. Lombardi's looking to get in. Grizzlies are doing a good job keeping Portsmouth to the perimeter.
Correct.
Mount Pleasure, again, top of the key. Over to Lombardi. Yep, that's Mount Pleasure there. Over to Romp. Romp's trying to work around Caroline Foreman, but she handed off to Penny
Penny
Ennis.
tripped
Oh,
her
they're
up. Yeah.
going to call foul on Penny.
Yeah. She kind of tripped her up there.
I think it's more Romp walking into her feet than it was Penny doing anything, but who's going to argue with the refs?
That's right.
Fouls have been not a lot of
Not
fouls.
a huge factor, and not a lot of them.
Romp takes a long three.
Good job
Sasso
by
comes down
Maggie.
to rebound. That was a good rebound. Over to Ava Winterburn.
Good look to Penny.
Feeds Penny right underneath. Penny's alone in the paint
Yes.
and just puts up a two. So 35-32. It's the Clippers. Slaver works it in, kicks it out to McConnell.
Nice shot.
Sunk a two. Yeah, that was a nice shot for her. That's a sweet spot. Maggie Sasso. Over to Ava Winterburn. Ava, thought about taking a two, kicks it out to Penny Annis. Kind of missed everything there, went out of bounds. So this will be Clippers ball underneath. Grizzlies back out. I'd almost like to see him play a little more of a press late in the third quarter here.
Put a little pressure on him.
We got Slaver here working it down for the Clippers. Ava Ruggiero's on her, going to try to keep her outside to the perimeter. McConnell set a nice
Slip.
nice pick, and then she rolled in. Oh, nice block by
geez.
Ava Winterburn.
What a block.
And Lombardi went down and kind of hit her elbow, or no, Incogliano went down. Ooh,
It's got to be
now
some
Romp
kind of
went
foul
down.
here.
Ava Winterburn went up and sunk a layup. So now you got Slaver working it down. You got a couple Clippers that went down pretty hard.
Yeah, 24 went down.
And 23 went down. So you have Romp here. Out to Emery. Out to McConnell. Oh,
Ruggiero's down.
Ruggiero's down for the Grizzlies.
Holding her leg. Maybe she just,
She's slow to get up.
yeah.
Looks like her hip.
That might knock her down to 6'2" now. She was 6'5" at the beginning of the game, huh, Bob?
Yeah. Meredith's
I
coming
think
out.
She took a knee to the thigh.
Yeah, that would be huge if anything happened to
Yeah,
Ruggiero.
yeah.
My feeling is, no lie, no homer feeling here, but I think she's the best defensive player in the state.
Yes.
She's got my vote. I admit I'm a little bit of a homer on that,
Yeah.
but I
Sasso
don't
for
think I'm
two.
far off. Maggie Sasso sinks a nice two.
Well, we've heard Largy talk about it and say that, she can defend anybody anywhere.
Penny Ennis.
Yeah.
So that's her second foul. 14 fouls in the first half here.
Got to get stopped
Third
here.
quarter.
21 seconds.
21 seconds left. The deficit is 3 for the Grizzlies. So you got Lombardi, I think, inbounding this for Slava. She's out on the top of the key. She feeds it into Emery. Emery. Over to Incagliano. Over to Romp. Romp tries to go in, and that was blocked down by Meredith. Ava Winterburns driving down. She's going to, almost like a layup. Penny Annis right underneath.
Well, 3 shots.
Yeah, you had Penny and Ava in there fighting for the rebound. So this third quarter ends 36-39.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies down by 3. So 4-point swing third quarter, but this is tight.
The third quarter didn't disappoint. It was like the first half. Real quick action.
Yep.
Again, both teams athletic. And it's taken me a long time in my life to get to this point, Bob. I want to compliment the officials. I never compliment officials.
No, that's
Ask
true.
my family. I
Usually.
coached for a long time. They've let the teams play. And it hasn't been a sloppy game and not a lot of reaching and, people, playing sloppy.
No flagrant fouls
Absolutely.
either. So.
They've let the girls play, and these are 2 of the best teams in Division I in the state.
And you can see why.
Yeah, it's fun to watch this kind of basketball. So hats off to the officials. I'm done. No more compliments to officials ever.
That's it,
Yeah,
right.
That's it.
And these officials, before they can really put it in the books as good graces, they have to come through in the fourth quarter,
That's
too.
right. That's right.
But, yeah, so far officiating hasn't
Not a
swayed it
factor,
one
yeah.
way or another,
Yeah.
and they're letting the girls play. And this is about as even a game as you could get. So far through 3 quarters, both teams seem to be, kind of ebbing and flowing and playing their brand of basketball. It's hard to say who's really dominant. You had moments where Portsmouth seemed to be dominant, and then you had the comeback where the Grizzlies seemed to dominate.
Absolutely.
So we're down 3 coming into the fourth quarter. Maggie Sasso has this out on the point, kicks it out to Penny Annis, top of the key, into Ava Winterburn, and just hit the bottom of the backboard. Lombardi got that rebound.
Double dribble.
Cagliano, double dribble. So this will be Grizzlies ball. And what is it? I want to do a shout out to Jersey Janice. Jan.
Caroline's grandmother, yeah.
Jersey Jan out. By the way, I wanted to let her know I'm wide awake and enjoying this game. I hope she's wide awake right now and enjoying the game. That went off Ava Winterburn. It's not a foul.
No.
Oh. So they're saying went off of Clipper. I thought it went off Ava. But Meredith's going to inbound this for the Grizzlies. She's looking around, throws it deep for Ava Winterburn. Meredith over to Ava.
Good
Ava
step
underneath.
throw.
Oh, what a spin move. Oh, Cagliano got that rebound.
It's a really good move.
So Slaver's got this ball, bringing it back down for the Clippers to Lombardi. She's thought about taking 3. She tries to work around Meredith, can't do it. Cagliano.
Yeah, blocked by Winterburn there.
Meredith.
Yes, 3.
Yeah, so that's her 3rd. So she's got to be careful. Okay, so Clippers ball. And Lombardi's going to inbound this. She sends it out to Romp. Romp's being guarded by Caroline Foreman, trying to keep her to the outside into Incagliano. Over to Emery. Emery back to Slaver. Out to Lombardi. Lombardi tries to drive in and just missed, but right there for the rebound was Emery.
Yeah.
So Emery got this one and put it up. Maggie Sassos comes down for the Grizzlies. Over to Ava Winterburn. Ava Winterburn tried to do that spin move over to Caroline Foreman and Meredith. Out to Ava underneath. Ava puts up a 2, in and out.
Just not getting that roll.
Yeah.
And a little frustrated.
I think we're starting to see a little bit of dominance underneath in the paint with the Clippers getting more of the rebounds now than the
They're
Grizzlies.
taking care of the boards
It's the
here.
first time I'm starting to notice it where it's not even. It's the last few rebounds, the Clippers have been more dominant. It might have something to do with the fact we don't have Ruggiero out there.
Yeah, he's
And
checking
just
in.
as I'm saying that, she's checking in now with Vaughn. So Penny Annis is coming out, and Maggie Sasso is coming out. So we got the rebound queen, Ava Ruggiero, out there.
Take a charge, get a rebound. That's Ava.
There you go. So we got Lombardi with the ball for the Clippers. She throws it out to Romp. Ruggiero's on her. And Romp's going to take it in herself. We got the easy layup there. Ruggiero's working it down for the Grizzlies. 43-36. There's a little bit of space now. Ava takes a long three and hit it. What a three. That was almost 4 again.
That was deep.
Yeah, that was at the white line, though. So that was 3 and then some.
Yeah.
So 39-43. Slaver, she was left wide open there. She kind of throws it back. Oh, and it was Emery who prevented that from being a court violation there. Romp fires a 3 from Vaughn's corner.
Good play by
Speaking
Ava.
of Vaughn,
Yeah.
Vaughn caused the jump ball here. Her and Emery fighting for the ball. Why is it all these jump balls seem to always go to Portsmouth?
Yeah, they got to switch that arrow. Over
Yeah, I know. Did they move the arrow yet? All right, Lombardi.
I would blame it on Al.
Yeah, well, Al's half asleep over there. Much like Jersey Jan.
No, she's awake.
I don't know about
She's going to
that.
start texting us. We're in trouble, Bob.
Good, I want her to, but she can only text you. She can't text me. Go ahead, Jersey Jan. Text Rob. Let him know that he's a lucky man to have me as his sidekick here. So Lombardi is going to inbound this for the Clippers. And Caroline Foreman is trying to keep that from being inbound. Foreman guarding Lombardi, but Lombardi hit the 3. 46-39. Who took the timeout? Was it the Grizzlies?
Yeah, the Grizzlies.
Yeah, Grizzlies.
They don't want to let too much separation here.
Yep, 7 points. So obviously the biggest lead for either team.
Yeah, we're at the 5-minute mark. So the Grizzlies, I think they got to take care of that rebounding down here. We've talked about it a few times. And I think they got to just get some better ball movement on offense. We've seen them earlier this season where they really take the ball on one side of the court, work around the perimeter, look to dig in. So got to make an adjustment here. Don't let this get out of hand.
Right. They got to keep driving for the basket
Yeah.
and not just try to take the threes, because we're only doing these one and done things, and that's not going to work in our favor at this point. So we got to make sure in these final 5 minutes that we're only taking the best shot we can possibly take. So it's about looking for your teammates, driving to that basket, and just do it 2 at a time. We don't need to get the threes yet. It's not that far.
Yeah,
we're not that far out of it.
Yeah, don't play with desperation.
Right.
Work and play your game that you've played all these 12 games before.
Right.
Continue the game plan.
But I'll tell you, this is very good end-to-end action here.
They're good. And again, shout out to our GTV crew, Dave and Jen. Aiden's here tonight. Jason Foreman, the new camera guy. So without them, you don't get these great shots of all this action happen here.
And more importantly, without the GoPro, you don't get the great shots of us.
I know.
And that's really what people are tuning in for, especially Jersey Jan. Maggie Ruggiero works it down to Ava Winterburn. Winterburn underneath, kicks it out to Vaughn. Vaughn fires a 3 just off the rim, but who's there for the collect the rebound? Miss Ava Winterburn, and she puts it in. So the lead's down to 5. Slaver. Obviously, the Clippers, they want to slow it down.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what you'd want to be doing if you were them. Just pass it around, slow it down as much as possible. No desperation shots. Romp's got the ball now.
And they move the ball very well all night.
She kicks it over to Slaver, who takes a 3, probably ill-advised. But again, Lombardi came down with the rebound. We gotta get these. We gotta make them pay the price when they miss a shot. McConnell underneath, and that might be Ava Winterburn taking her second foul.
I think she mugged her from behind.
Yeah, that's going to be on Ava. So that's going to put McConnell on the line.
Yeah, I'm just listening to Coach Largy on the sideline. Every single rebound we have to get. Every single rebound. So
we do.
It's you can't give a team like this second and third chances.
And McConnell hit the first one, so that puts the lead out to 6 now for the Clippers, with only about 4 minutes left to go in the game. McConnell missed the second one, so the lead is 6. Maggie Sasso working down. She tries to go for the layup, draws the foul. So that's good. That'll put Maggie on the line. And this is the way to do it. You got to drive the basket, force them to foul you.
Absolutely. Clock stops, get a few points, and now play some defense. But get the rebound.
Right. Maggie hit the first one, so that's good. Lead cut the 5. Maggie's lining up for her second shot, and she hit that one. Beautiful. 2 nice shots.
And Maggie's got 8 tonight.
So Emery inbound this to Slaver. Slaver's working it down the court now. Ruggiero's on her. Over to Romp, and Sasso's on her. Out to Mount Pleasure. Tries to work it in around Maggie Sasso. She had to kick it out to Romp. Romp works it in. She put in a nice one-handed layup there. Meredith Winterburn over to Maggie Sasso. Sasso driving up top over to Vaughn. Ooh, Vaughn thought about the 3. Yeah, glad she didn't take that. Maggie Sasso worked underneath, kicks it out to Ruggiero. Slaver on her. Over to Meredith Winterburn to Vaughn. Vaughn again thought about a 3. Works it into Ava. Oh, that almost went out of bounds. Ava Winterburn made a great play to keep it in, and she fired up a 2, got her own rebound,
wow.
Draws a foul.
Yeah.
Ava went down a little awkwardly, but she's okay.
Romp's third.
So 24 on Romp. That's her third, yep. So 6-point lead for the Clippers. Ava will have a chance to cut into this. Brings it down to 5. But we're down the last 3 minutes here. 3:19. Ava Vaughn sinks them both.
That's 23 for her, so right on her average.
Slaver now got the ball. Clippers are calling a timeout.
Full timeout.
So the play for the Clippers is to slow this game down.
Yeah.
Only take the best shot you could possibly take. I would be advising them, if I were their coach, not to take any 3s at all.
Yeah, I mean, they're in we're over in the bonus, so they're shooting 1-on-1. Yeah,
right.
I agree. Work
Don't
the clock.
take any 3s.
Yeah.
Work everything under the basket. Try to draw a foul. You're going to force the Grizzlies to kind of rush them up a little bit. What do you do as the Grizzlies?
I mean, the Grizzlies got to just buckle in. You got to one stop at a time. It's got to start with this first stop, defensive stop, get the rebound, and then come down here and get a good shot. I thought this last possession we had, Ava missed the shot, got her own rebound, but there was great ball movement. It got around the perimeter to Ava Vaughn, got it into Ava Winterburn. So again, when we get possessions, make them quality possessions, but every time you're on defense, it's one stop at a time, one stop, one stop.
Right, and like Coach Largy brought up, and we've been talking about, the rebounds are going to be very important now.
It's been the difference in the game, really.
We're down the last 3 points.
Yeah.
And the only time that you started to see separation with either team is the Clippers now causing a little daylight between the two teams, and it's basically was their dominance with the rebounds or under the rim.
That's right.
That's enabled them to do that. So, again, another tight game. And again, this is another team the Grizzlies are looking up on. They got to win one of these.
That's right.
They really got to win one.
Right.
They lost to BG. They lost to Bedford.
Yep.
It'd be nice if we could win this one. So Romp's got the ball. She's trying to drive in on both Winterburns. She kicked it back out to Mount Pleasure. Again, Clippers are slowing this down. Mount Pleasure now is going to work her way in to Slaver, who kicked it out. Again, they're just going to go slow. Romp, and they are running the clock. So the Grizzlies are going to start to get desperate. Romp.
Got away with a bump there.
Yeah, we did, because Meredith bumped her a little bit. Vaughn leads Winterburn.
I don't know how she caught that.
Oh, Vaughn's going to get a foul here.
I'm not sure how Winterburn makes that catch.
I don't know how she made it, but she almost looked like she was behind the line.
Yeah.
But she still threw the ball up.
Yeah. So that's the one. You got a defensive stop, but you turn the ball over, don't get a good shot here. So it's possession, and now you're at 2.5 minutes, and you got to get some points.
And even though we're behind, we're not at the point where you got to be chucking it down the court.
That's right.
I mean, make the safe play. I mean, even now we're only down 5. Obviously, Romp here is going to go and try to make this 6, but even at 6 points, we can still do this.
That's right.
So, but we got to be clean now. So Ruggiero now, she's working it in. She's taken a 3 that went off the rim, and kind of everybody went down, and the Clippers got their ball, and that
I didn't love that
might
shot.
hurt. Now, I loved it if it went in, but since it didn't, Ruggiero drew a foul, or got the foul. and Slaver. So that'll put the Clippers on the line again. Slover's up there, going to take this shot. And she missed it.
But they got their own
They
rebound
got
again.
the rebound again, yep. Who's that? That's Mount Pleasure. He's got the ball. Slaver on the outside. Again, they're just going to go nice and slow, and we're working it down to 2 minutes left. So now it's going to be a little bit of desperation. We're 6 points down. Mount Pleasure worked it in.
Yeah.
Kicked it out to Rob. That was a perfect play.
Got to get a foul here.
Yep. Or a steal, and they're not doing it. So Slaver's got the ball. Kicks it out to Emery and Meredith Winterburn. So that's going to be her fourth. So that's going to put Emery on the line.
And it's 2 shots because it's 10 fouls now.
Yep. But we got stuck in a position. It just goes to show, like, one mistake early on, it's sort of a trickle effect.
It is.
So because we didn't get that basket before,
Yeah.
they worked it down, they did slow, they drew a foul on us, they went to the line,
Yeah.
kind of forced us to,
Got to feed it to get a good shot here, and then you got to get a quick timeout and set up a press.
yeah. Vaughn thought about taking a 3, she drove it in, Maggie's looking. We're taking too long. We got to get a shot up. Maggie Sasso's got the ball over to Ava Winterburn. Winterburn on the outside. Clippers are doing a good job of keeping Goffstown to the outside. That just missed underneath. Ava Winterburn got
A lot
her
of
own
bodies
rebound.
flying there.
Who's down for the Clippers?
I'm not sure, but Meredith Winterburn got hit too.
Oh, that's Mount Pleasure. Yeah, Meredith is a little bit of discomfort. So Ava will go to the line. 8-point deficit.
Hey, so you got to get these. You got to get into a press and try to get a turnover quickly.
Yep.
Margaret, take it out. Margaret, take it out. Adrian,
That's one for Ava. Does that give her, what, 25 for the night now?
Yeah, yep.
And that's 26 and timeout.
As
for the
I
Grizzlies.
predicted. Here we go. Timeout. Now you got to set up a full court press, right?
Right.
So typically in that huddle, the coach is saying, look, we're trying to get a quick steal. Get a deflection, get a quick steal. If you don't get it on that first pass, you got to get a foul.
Right.
So, minute 40 left or minute 30, whatever it is. We don't have time to play around. We got to get stops. We got to get the ball back in our hands.
Right.
Hopefully they miss a couple free throws and then you're back in it.
Right. Either way, there's not a lot of time, so
That's right.
they're gonna try to set it up. It looks like they're gonna try to get the ball to Romp and Slaver.
Yeah.
Their best shooters.
Yep.
And when Grizzlies are forced to foul somebody, they're gonna put their best shooters on the line.
I would agree. Again, we've had a great night. Baby Winterburn getting that 1,000 points. So a special moment for the program, for the school, for the families, for the players, for us to see it. I mean,
Right.
we watch these girls a lot.
Right.
You've watched them. They've grown up in Goffstown. My daughter's played with this group, this core group, for 5 years. So it's neat to see it happen and to witness it. So I feel kind of lucky to sit courtside tonight.
No, it is great. We have the best seats in the house.
We do.
Let's not
We
be
do.
fooled.
I mean, this chair is kind of hard.
yeah,
I don't know what
really.
happened to the padded chairs.
Yeah, we should have nice cushioned chairs. I don't get it.
Who do we blame?
I know, really. I also noticed, and I'm going to blame Dave in the studio
Yeah.
because I also noticed our makeup and hair person haven't been here. We need that.
That's right.
These are just some of the demands that we're going to come back with next year.
Negotiation. in the
Negotiations will be intense. So the Clippers are going to inbound this. So, Pleasure over to Slaver. Ooh,
offseason. Oh, Rivera goes
Ava Ruggiero
flying.
almost killed herself. What is she doing? Oh, that was a.
Wow.
Well, we do want to draw fouls,
Yeah.
but we don't have to be so intense about it.
If the scores table wasn't there, Ava was going to be at our feet.
Yeah, that was that was closer to a tackle than a foul.
I think so too.
But if you know Ava, that's Ava,
That is Ava, yeah.
and her intensity is the same all the time, no matter what. So the Clippers got that one. So this is going to be 47-54. So it looks pretty good here for the Clippers. It's amazing, too. You get two very intense teams, two very good teams, but the scoring is relatively low. I mean, compared to what the girls are usually doing. Meredith tried to go cross court to Maggie Sasso. That was kind of a pass we might not have wanted to make. So Vaughn draws the 4th foul, and that's going to put Mount Pleasure to the line here for the Clippers. 47-54. And Mount Pleasure makes it an 8-point deficit for the Grizzlies with 1:08 left in the game. Mount Pleasure now hits the second one, makes it 9. Ava Ruggiero now is looking around, bringing it down the court. Oh, she drove it all the way in herself.
She did.
Was blocked, but it was a clean block by Mount Pleasure underneath.
The Ava was looking for a foul, but it was clean.
Yeah. So Ava Ruggiero is going to inbound this over to Winterburn right underneath the basket. She sunk an easy one. So the Grizzlies are doing a full court press, of course. Timeout for the Clippers.
Portsmouth gets a timeout, 30 seconds.
49-56 with less than a minute left to go in the game. Well, as you see it, Rob, what do you see some of the positives the Grizzlies can take away from this game?
Well, you know, the 3 best teams we've seen from BG to Bedford to Portsmouth, we've been able to hang with all of them. That's not a question. I think the takeaway is, how do you get over the hump now? You know, if you can hang with them for 2 quarters, 3 quarters, and close into the 4th, but how do you get over the hump now? Championship teams, we've talked about it before, find a way to win.
Right.
Find a way to figure it out. This is a very well-coached team. So, you know, you build on some of these things. And now you know, like, we got to hit the boards, guys. These girls are going in to get every rebound.
I think if you look at one of the things, that I think there was a little frustration shown on our part, and you know, we got to be able to clean that up a little bit.
Absolutely.
Show a little bit more discipline. You know, the fouls, the whistles were basically put away in the whole first half. Late in the 3rd quarter and the 4th quarter is when most of the fouls were called. I mean, obviously now we're getting the ticky-tack intentional ones. We have to push the fouls.
Yeah, we got to stop the clock. Yeah.
But even earlier, I think some of them were out of frustration and stuff. So we gotta. You're right. We gotta clean that up because we gotta find a way to beat these teams. These are the teams we're gonna obviously see in the playoffs, and if we want any chance of a championship this year, they got to be able to beat teams like this.
Absolutely.
Again, a rebound that we did not get.
Another one,
underneath.
yeah.
So 49-57.
And some quick math. They made 13 free throws tonight, so they've been very successful at the line as well.
Again, another thing that championship teams do.
That's right.
Make the other team play for fouls.
Yeah.
Ava Winterburn fouls on Romp.
I'll be surprised if in our branded coach's corner tonight, if Largy doesn't talk about the rebounding. That's a big difference tonight.
Yeah. Well, we saw that. It was in the 3rd where it started to happen. Because it was basically in the first half, it was dead even, I felt.
Yep.
And it was in the 3rd quarter where the Clippers started to, that's where they started to show their dominance.
Yep.
And there was really no reason for it. They just started to, they just willed it. They wanted it more.
Exactly.
I don't think it's, Ava Winterburn, Ava Vaughn. Vaughn went down in a heap. Winterburn's going to get another foul. I think that's her 4th, right? Oh,
that's
called
her
it a
5th.
Vaughn. Yeah, Vaughn's showing a little bit of discomfort there.
Yeah.
Caroline Foreman's working her way back in. 27 seconds left. Again, a little bit of frustration on the part of the Grizzlies. You know.
Yeah, Portsmouth was able to take them out of their rhythm. Really. Yeah.
It's, so Sasso is going to work it back down. It's now 60-49. Ava Vaughn takes a long, Ava Winterburn took a long 3, just missed that. think the key is now we got some people going down hard. I'd like to. The
Jump
girls
ball.
are tired.
Yeah.
The girls are going down hard. I don't want to see anybody get hurt now in this
Exactly.
game. Just
Finish it.
17 seconds to go. Just let it play out. Now's not the time to show frustration. Just relax. Mount Pleasure's got it.
Oh, boy. That's the frustration foul.
Yeah. So Winterburn draws another one. So that'll bring her to the line.
That's her 5. Is 5 for her as well.
Yeah, and that's what we were talking about before. Frustration coming out.
Yeah.
It's a fine line you walk. I mean, you don't want to tell the girls just to let it go.
Right.
You don't want to tell them the game's over or to quit on the play or on the ball or whatever. You want to see them constantly driving, but it's that fine line where you're going to step over it.
Yeah, that's going to do it.
Now, Portsmouth was going to run out the clock. They just did. 49-62 is your final here from the Grizzly Den. Very exciting game, I think, for at least 3.5 quarters.
Yeah.
And then the game started to get away a little bit. And like you said, it was the rebounding that hurt us, I think.
Absolutely. I think it was a big difference there. They got a lot of second chance opportunities, and then the free throw line, they shot the ball very well. So I was impressed with Portsmouth. I think now I know why they beat Bedford.
Right.
They're very deep. They're solid. They had a game plan. They stuck to it. Well coached. Moved the ball well on offense. Rebounded. Hard-nosed fighters. I was impressed.
Yeah, I equally so.
Yeah.
They're not only impressive in their play, they're impressive to look at. I said from the beginning when I saw them warming up, they're a big team, athletic-looking team. I mean, they play with a lot of pace, and I saw a lot of similarities to the way the Grizzlies play. I mean, we talked about it during the game, some of those breakaway-type pass-type things. They play very tight defensively. They were stingy with letting the Grizzlies work their way in. And again, like you said, I mean, the positive is the Grizzlies hung right in there with them. Again, this is one of the best teams in the state. The Grizzlies hung right in there, just like they did with BG, just like they did with Bedford. But it's getting over that final hump.
Now it's time to figure that out.
Right.
Yeah.
And we got to start doing it because we're running out of games.
That's right.
And it's going to come down now to the playoffs. And seeding in the playoffs. And clearly we're behind these teams for a reason because these teams are better.
Agreed.
Agreed.
Again, congratulations to Ava and her big achievement tonight.
Yep, that was huge.
And I think it was a relief when it happened. They've been talking about it for weeks and counting, how many points. So congratulations to her and her family. We're going to come back and do some
interviews, Rose Between Two Thorns.
We have some great graphics that have been created. So hang on for a few minutes. We'll be back with the players and the coaches.
That's right, Coach's Corner.
Sounds good.
All right.
Thanks.
will.
Okay, we're on. Here we are, live from the Grizzly Den. Bob Bartolucci,
Rob
Foreman, and we're with our rose between the two thorns. And this is Miss
Oh, yeah.
Maggie. She thought we were messing with her. This is Miss Maggie Sasso. Maggie, this was a very intense game. I want to say when the Bedford game, the first half was probably the best basketball I've ever seen this particular team play.
Yeah.
Tonight's game, at least for 3 quarters, was probably at least equal to that.
Yeah.
It was a great game. So, first of all, what was the game plan kind of coming in tonight?
Our game plan was kind of to get Ava Winterburn and the guards open on the outside. I mean, they match up perfectly with us. They're long. They play exactly like us. So just playing our own game against them, who plays a similar game, I think worked for the first 3 quarters, and then we got tired. But
Okay,
Yeah.
so you think it was the tiredness that...
I think we got a little bit tired. We got a little rattled. Some calls not going our way. Frustrates us, but focus on the next one.
Okay, that's what you got to do.
Yeah, I felt like we said it in the first quarter and maybe the second quarter. It was like the pace was just going.
Yeah.
And I could see a couple girls from both teams kind of, holding their shorts like, I need a breather, coach.
Yeah.
All right, so this is championship basketball, all right?
Yeah.
You've got to be prepared for 32 minutes. Playing a game like this, how do you move forward, into the next, couple games into the postseason? How do you build off of this intensity?
I think it's mostly mental. We have to take this win and just reflect on it, file it away, kind of. Don't get down on ourselves about it, and just focus on what we learned from it and what we can improve on.
Agreed.
What do you feel you learned from this?
I definitely learned. I think we need to be more careful about our fouling because, they're against a shooting team that can shoot like almost 100% from the free throw line. We can't get into bonus like we did. Keeping that intensity through the fourth quarter, we had it in the third quarter and we lost it. But
Right. Well, because we were talking early, we felt that really the game started to slip away, and where the Clippers started to pull ahead was early to mid-third quarter.
Yeah.
And I started to notice it really in the paint, in the rebounding.
Yeah.
Throughout the first half, I felt it was literally dead even. Now, we don't keep stats of every
Right.
single rebound, but I felt it was dead even. Third quarter, they started to dominate, and that's when the score started to tick up.
Right. Yeah, I totally agree. I think focusing on the rebound is one of the most important things, especially for our team, because, we're a pretty long team. Like, we should be getting most to every rebound. I think it's just hard when we match up perfectly against another team that's just as long as us, and we just have to keep it mental, focus on going in for the rebound. If you get tired, you stop rebounding, so we just need to focus on that.
Yeah, you finished with 8 points tonight. 6 were in the second half. And there were a couple times I thought you drove and you got hit, and you probably should have been at the line, but we'll leave that.
Yeah.
Because I did pay a compliment to the refs tonight, so I'm over that now, Bob. Now I'm mad.
But I really thought it was. I don't think it was a ref's game. I really thought it was even.
No, definitely. But there was a couple times I thought you had some contact. So, we've asked you this before, but kind of what is your mentality when you get the ball in the wing and you see that lane to get to the basket? What are you thinking?
I focus on my first step, really. I think beating the person off your first step is the most important part. I don't know. Nothing really goes through my brain other than, like, I'm getting to the rim. Like, I got to get to the rim.
Why do I believe that statement?
That
Maggie?
is true.
Like,
true.
I see the rim and I have to get there, and I won't let myself not get there. Like, every time I'm getting there, but either I'm getting hit, I do get frustrated. You can see it on my face. I get frustrated if I think that there was a foul, but I got to get over it, I got to figure it out.
Absolutely. A big night for Ava Winterburn. But I said to Bob earlier, we were getting kind of choked up because we've watched you girls play for a long time.
Yeah, I was crying.
And it's, well, we'll let you cry. We can't be seen crying on
I
camera.
didn't cry.
Bob was sobbing. I had to pull the
I
tissues out.
sobbed.
But what I said was this, Ava gets 1,000 and is a great accomplishment, but she doesn't do that without teammates.
No,
She doesn't do
100%.
that without her family.
Yeah.
Driving around to games and club teams and summer
Yeah.
leagues. What's Ava Winterburn like as a teammate?
She is probably the hardest worker I know. Like, you will never see her slacking on a drill. You'll never see her slacking when we're going through plays. You'll never see her slacking through film. She is one of the best players I've ever got to play with, and she 100% deserves 1,000 points.
Awesome. Well, she's got a lot to thank you guys, too, because you pass the ball to her and you help her out. So this was this was a team as much as it is a personal.
Right.
It is a team accomplishment.
totally agree.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, nobody could do it on their own. Listen, it was a great game, even if we don't love the outcome.
Yeah.
And I like the attitude of you got to learn from it and move on, because we got to come over that. The season's getting desperately short.
Yeah.
We're coming up on playoffs, and we're probably going to see one of these teams again. I have a feeling it's going to be
Definitely.
Bedford, and we
Me
can
too.
beat them. We know we can do
definitely
it.
can.
So this is the Rose Between Two Thorns. We have one more Rose coming in tonight. Of course, it's going to be our Ava Winterburn. So I'm signing out for now. We'll be right back.
Thanks, Maggie.
Thanks, Maggie.
Thank you, guys.
This tension is rising so thick we just might choke. But if we keep moving, it ain't us that's gonna wind up.
Welcome back, Grizzly fans, and we're here live in the Grizzly Den, and we're here with the start of the game and the 1,000 points.
Yes,
From
congratulations.
Ava Winterburn. She
Thank
hit
you,
it
guys.
tonight, and this Miss Ava Winterburn. And Ava, let's talk about the 1,000 points first. How was that a relief when you got that?
Yeah,
the free throws there, and
Yeah, I was at 12 for a while, and it was getting frustrating. But yeah, hitting the free throws, I think that was the easiest possible way to get it.
I said to Bob, that's the hardest. Now everybody,
really?
yeah, because all the
really
pressure's
looking
on
at
you.
You're not dribbling, but you were confident.
Yeah.
You stepped
Yeah.
up and sunk them both. So that was awesome.
Yeah, that was really good.
After that, it was a lot of pressure relieved.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was like a release valve. You
Yeah.
felt it in the room. I mean, obviously you got a lot of friends and family here. A lot of people turned out for it, and you could feel it, the tension building from the beginning of the game. You could hear the crowd, like there were a couple shots where you missed
Yeah.
underneath, and they're
Yep.
like, oh, you know, the end of the
Yeah.
first half. We thought you were going to get it right at the end of the first half. So you could feel the tension release after you got
Yeah.
it. So it was a great thing. Obviously, I've been watching you your whole career here at Goffstown. And the thing is that what does this mean not only to you, but also to all the teammates you've had for 4 years here?
Yeah, I think it's a great indicator of, how my teammates have helped me along the way, and I hope that I've helped my teammates along the way in their journey. And it's so special for me to be surrounded by the group of teammates that I have this year to have this accomplishment. I think it's the closest I've ever felt with a team, and it's just so special to have all my friends and family here with me, and they've helped me so much along the way. And getting this milestone isn't just a reflection of, you know, my hard work, but the whole team's hard work in getting us to this place.
Yeah, but couldn't agree. You know, couldn't agree more. We said that to Maggie before. You know, as much as it's about you, it's really about us. And
Yes.
we're all Grizzlies, you know, and we've watched you play. We moved here, you know, and Caroline was in middle school, so you played with her in middle
Yeah.
school, then high school. So for, you know, 5 or 6 years, you're with this group of girls, and it's a special moment for everybody.
Yeah.
One thing that struck me, we asked Maggie to talk a little bit about you as a teammate. She said you're the hardest worker. Go back and listen to the interview because I'm not going to do it justice. What she said was much better. But you know, let's flip it. What would you say about Maggie? You're going to pass the torch to Maggie
Yeah.
as a junior for
Yeah.
next year. What would you say to Maggie?
I would say that there's no one else that I would rather leave the program in, there's no better hands for the program to be left in than hers. And I would say she's the hardest worker, and you know, she's always here after practice wanting to get better and, you know, working on her moves to the basket. And I'm just so glad that I know that I'm leaving this program in someone's hands who cares so much about the game and is taking this program and continuing the legacy that we've built for the past 3 years.
Good. All right, let go ahead.
Well, now with this game tonight, I was telling Maggie earlier, and Rob and I were talking about it. I felt like that first half of the Bedford game was probably the best I've ever seen this basketball team play,
Yeah.
and almost until like tonight. I
Yeah.
mean, especially the first, again, 3 quarters. So what I worry about, and this is a little bit of a negative, but 3 teams that we're kind of looking up at
Yeah,
that are very good, very dominant teams.
yeah.
We showed that we can hung with them and even outplaying them in stretches.
Yeah.
How do you think we get over that hump? Because we're going to play at least one of these teams again in the playoffs, and you know, if you guys want a championship, we're going to have to get over that hump. So what do you think we need to do?
Yeah, I think that we've built so much chemistry along the way, and I think that we need to continue to play with chemistry, play with each other, and, you know, just keep getting up shots in practice because, you know, we know that we put all of our effort on the floor every game, and there's no question in my mind about that. So I just think we need more shots to fall, and, you know, I think we did a great job of kicking the ball today, but I think we can kick it even more. And, you know, although the calls didn't really go our way today, there's nothing you can really do about that, but you just need to, you know, keep kicking the ball and keep using each other.
Absolutely. Let's talk a little bit about Portsmouth. I mean, I haven't seen them this year, but I do know that they're a well-coached team. They move the ball well, and they probably, you know, player by player, they were as evenly matched as you guys
Yeah.
were with size, speed.
Yeah.
Was there anything that you saw tonight you were shocked, like, wow, or is that what you expected?
I thought that they were going to give the ball a lot more to 34,
Yeah.
and that didn't really happen. Other than that, not really. I mean, they were hitting shots, which we knew that they were going to do. They were driving the ball in certain situations, which we knew they were going to do, but they weren't really feeding it to the post as much as I thought they would. So, yeah.
Absolutely. All right, so we got to bounce back. I think we're going on the road next. Is that right?
Dover on Monday.
Dover on Monday. Busy week next week. I think it's
Yep.
you know, senior night, so
Wednesday.
another emotional night.
Yeah.
We got to fight through that again. But this is the point where, you know, we've played the best teams I think we've played. They're behind us. We got to fine tune some things, get ready for the postseason.
Yep.
Leaving tonight, you know, give us 2 things that you think this Grizzly team needs to work on to get over that hump.
Maybe boxing out more, because we definitely have the effort on the glass, but I think if we box out more, we'll grab more rebounds. And, I mean, besides tonight, our free throw percentage wasn't great, but I don't think we missed one tonight, so
Yeah, no,
that's
you
what I would
guys-
say before tonight.
You guys
Right.
shot well. Ava missed one.
We had
That's
one
the
missed free
only
throw.
one missed free throw all night. Yeah. So
Okay, so not that.
no, you.
Yeah, maybe finding the kick more.
Good save. Wow. She saved you,
yeah,
Bob.
No,
See
it wasn't
that?
me. It was
Wow.
it wasn't me. It
It
was
was
him.
Jason? Okay.
Yeah.
He's on camera now. He'll
Well,
love it.
we talked earlier. Like I said, the first half was pretty even, and we felt even in the rebounds were like almost dead even. We don't
Yeah.
obviously keep stats for rebounds.
Yeah.
I felt it was probably midway through the third quarter where I started to notice Portsmouth started to dominate at the boards with
Yeah.
getting the rebounds, and that's where the scoreboard started to tick up in their favor.
Yeah.
So I mean, I agree that we picked out it's the rebound. So
Yeah.
boxing out is a big key to that, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Putting a body on somebody, and they have a lot of tall girls with long arms. So if we box them out of there, we'll get a lot more rebounds and we'll have more shot opportunities.
All right.
We got to get you to another interview, I think. But real quick tonight, the intensity. I mean, the milestone for you, but two really good teams. You know, there were 4 or 5 media outlets here. The union leader was here. A couple of the 603. You know, they're all here tonight to watch two really good teams. There's pressure. That's pressure.
Yep,
The
for sure.
stands were packed. They're making a lot of noise. How do you feed off that pressure?
I think it was, I just want to rise to the occasion. And so many people showed out to watch me get 1,000, and I just, I don't want to disappoint. So it was so great to have everybody here. And, when the Portsmouth JV players were hooting and hollering and whistling for their points, it just made me want to clap back more.
Absolutely. Yeah, they're a classy program, so
Yeah.
hats off.
Well, listen, Ava, it was very well deserved. I couldn't be happier for anybody because,
Thank
and I
you.
was saying during the broadcast, you're just as wonderful a person as you are a player, and I
Thank you,
love
Bob.
the fact that we got to see it here at home. So
Yeah.
again, signing off for Ava Winterburn, we're coming up with Coach's Corner.
Congratulations,
Thank you
Ava.
guys. Thank you guys.
Corner, and there's balls flying in all over the place. We just witnessed a game between the Grizzlies and Portsmouth. I mean, again, we were talking during the game, Rob and I, and again, this is another team we're looking up at in the standings. And
on the court.
And on the court.
They're quite
big.
tall.
They're
Yeah,
big.
they were. They
But
were.
I'll tell you, the positive is we showed now with all these teams that these girls can hang in there with them and even at times outplay them.
Yeah.
How do you think we get over the hump? Because we got to start completing some of these because these are the teams, obviously, that we're going to play in the playoffs if we want any chance to do anything.
Yeah, I think the whole dynamic of the game tonight was, like, from an effort standpoint and from our preparation standpoint and from everything that we did, I thought we did well. But I think, the elephant was in the room, in the second and third quarter, and it changes the flow of the game. It changes kind of maybe our momentum just a little bit, and it's for all the right reasons. everyone wants her to get that 1,000 points. She wants to get it so it's done, right? And so she can focus on the game and so I think if we play them again, I just don't see that dynamic. I don't see that same kind of what happened in the second quarter, us kind of stalling out offensively. And then kind of got back into it in the third quarter.
Agreed.
Right after. It was like the air got
They did.
let
They
out
looked
of-
relaxed.
Yes.
They did.
Yeah.
They did. And I will say, we could feel it here. That just the tension, the families moaning every shot.
Especially at the end of the first half.
Yeah,
she had a
she
couple
got a
shots.
couple really good looks that probably on any other night those go in.
Yeah.
So, I asked both Maggie and Ava. 1,000 points for anybody is a huge individual achievement. It speaks so much and the volumes of your program to have now 2 players just recently with Kelly and Ava score 1,000. It takes a village.
That's exactly what I said to our kids.
It's mom and dad driving to games. Yep. It's summer leagues. It's club basketball. It's early morning on Saturday watching film. Talk a little bit about what it means for the program to get a 1,000-point score.
Oh, I think it's huge. It's super important, but I think, when you have it look like this, have it look like kids that just really want it to happen and collectively understand that it's more than just one person's accomplishment. It really is a team. It's a team concept and it's a team goal in many ways, and you don't get there with just one person. And nobody understands that and gets that better than Ava Winterburn. And that's a credit to her family, and the work that she's put in. For the program, it's another great step. It's another great milestone. It's another thing that we say, we aspire to, right? In this program is not necessarily the scoring 1,000 points, but the fact that we can celebrate and root on our teammates as they achieve those milestones.
Yeah, agreed. I hadn't seen Portsmouth play. I follow every article on the internet, and I'm looking at stats, and I knew they'd be a tough competitor tonight. Did you get exactly what you thought out of them?
Yeah, honestly, I was really pleased with the way we defended them. And watching them, over several games, they shoot the ball so well. And there's 4 kids that can really shoot the ball well, and then they've got a really good true post kid who can really eat things up inside. And we asked Ava Vaughn to cover that assignment today, and she did just a lights out job of covering one of the best post players in a state, so we could guard romps on the perimeter with Ava Winterburn and her length. And so the fact that we were able to kind of play our defense and match up the way we wanted to against Portsmouth, I think some of the offensive stalling out and things like that will fix that before playoffs, and that's when it needs to get fixed.
Yeah.
I'm curious because we were talking earlier in the game, and I'm just wondering if you noticed the same thing or felt the same way. Like I said, the first half I felt was pretty much dead even. The officiating was even. Very few fouls, very few whistles. The first half almost ended in 16 minutes.
We were out of breath and we weren't running.
The girls were exhausted. I think of those early, mid-third quarter where I started to notice a difference in the rebounding, where rebounding was even, and then I started to notice the Clippers started taking over a little bit, and that's where the score started to slip away. What do you think was happening with that?
So we said, we wrote a couple keys on the board tonight, and the big one, bold letters, was whoever wins the battle on the glass is going to win the game, right? We knew that was coming into this game. We thought we could defend them initially really well. We thought we could, prevent them from shooting the ball as well as they normally do, just with our tempo. Just because you're just exhausted if you play us, and your legs aren't going to be in your shot as much, and so when we watch them play against other teams that they're just not going to shoot the ball quite as well because of that tempo. But I think the rebounding difference was huge in the second half, mostly because part of it was foul trouble. We get in foul trouble and then we get a little bit uncertain about that, but then we have a few rebounds that we just don't quite secure all the way. Right, and so I think those are things that we have to continue. We've made a big point of emphasis on rebounding this year, and so we've just got to continue to get better, to do our kick-out drill, to really battle with each other, because we're not going to be as tall as Portsmouth across the board.
No.
But I don't think that gives us any excuses in terms of being able to rebound. And really, if we do a better job of that in the second half, I don't have any qualms, and I think we win the game.
Great. Moving forward, you got a few more games as you head into the postseason. And not the top-tier teams left on the schedule. Nobody's easy to play against in this league. We know that. Anybody can come out and shoot lights out and push you around, and you get in foul trouble, and you don't know what hit you. So what are some things we really got to focus on as you move forward? Like Bob said, you want to get over this hump, be a championship basketball team. What do we do to get over that hump?
So I think we're going to be tested the rest of the way. I think we've got the toughest part of our schedule, even kind of moving forward here with Portsmouth,
3 next week, too,
Dover,
right?
Merrimack, Londonderry, all teams that score really well, all teams that really feature a high-level score, maybe in different ways. We'll see a Lily Nassif who's really tough down low. We'll see a Sammy Sullivan who can do just about everything for Londonderry. We'll see a Merrimack team with Maddie McCaffrey, and that can shoot the ball lights out. So we're going to get tested. We're going to have to execute game plans, and we're going to have to do it in a short amount of time, which I think helps us get ready for playoffs when we really have to say, okay, this is what we got to key on. This has got to be our game plan. We got to be able to execute the game plan. I think there's still some things that we can do, but we put some new stuff in this week too. So offensively, I think those things will sharpen up as we continue to get some more practice right before playoffs.
Agreed.
Well, a very exciting game. I agree that there's a lot to learn from this, and the team going forward, you got to figure that it's in pretty good shape. Again, thank you again for joining us tonight.
Thank you.
And Bob Bertolucci, Rob Foreman,
See you
our
next
coach,
week.
Coach Largy. We're all signing out. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Thanks, guys.